Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to start with the sheet number 1 and figure number 1 for the sheet number 1. Okay. First of all, I would like to say that before starting any drawing, you have to read the instruction. In this sheet, you can see that draw using scale 1:1 each of the following engineering shape. All figure are NTS, which means not to scale, and all dimensions are in millimeter. Okay, now when we have the dimension in millimeter, you can see here these dimensions are 130, 10, 10, 40, 10. So all the dimensions are in millimeter. Okay, so first of all you have to know the conversion of millimeter and centimeter. So for the conversion from millimeter to centimeter, so it means that 10 millimeter is equals to 1 centimeter. Okay, here we have a scale. Okay, here we have a scale. In this scale you can see that all dimensions are in millimeter and centimeter, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 10. This is 10 millimeter, which means 1 centimeter. So here we have the first dimension of 130 millimeter, which means 13 centimeter. Okay, first of all you have to have the concept before making any drawing. You have to know the concept of baseline. Okay, what is the concept of the baseline? The concept of the baseline is that you have to start a drawing from the origin. What is mean by origin? Where x and y will be 0 and 0. Okay, in this figure, this is 2D drawing. This is not 3-dimensional. This is 2D drawing. So we have only two coordinates, x and y. So x is horizontal, and y is vertical. Okay, so we have two coordinates, x and y, horizontal and vertical. So in this figure you can say that suppose by making this line as a baseline and consider this one as a 0 0, we can start the drawing from here. Okay, suppose this is our first point. Okay, from where we are going to start the drawing. First of all, you have to take the scale, put it on the first point and draw a straight line of 13 centimeter, which is equivalent to 130 mm. Okay, now for my convenience I will start making the drawing with the free hand. So definitely you are going to use your scale, ruler and set square to make the drawing. Okay, first of all we have to make we already make the drawing of length 130, which is mm. It is not mentioned here, but it is obvious because it is mentioned in the statement above. Now we have a baseline of 130 mm. Now you can raise your drawing from the base point to the end point. On the other side there is a line of the length of 10 mm, which means 1 centimeter. Okay, then we have this is horizontal line, this is vertical line, this is inclined line with certain angle. Here is certain angle which is 45 degree. Okay, there is an angle of 45 degree. So you just draw a line of 10 mm length with a 45 degree. Okay, but you don't know the exact length of this height. So what I recommend you to do, just determine this point. Okay, so this point lies from here to here, it is 10 mm. From here to here it is 10 mm. So better to draw one point here 10 mm, then 1 point 10 mm here. So you got the new point and join this point by a straight line. Same concept here, 10 mm here, 10 mm here. You got the new point and just join the line. After that you have the straight line of 40 mm. Okay, 40 mm. The length of 10 and 10, it's resolved already. This is 10, this is 10. Okay, now from here to here the length of the line is 40 mm, which means 4 centimeter. So you have to draw a line of 4 centimeter on each side. Now you have to draw a line of 15 mm on both sides, which means 15 centimeter. So just make a line of 15 centimeter on both sides. Again, you have a horizontal line, vertical line, then you have a inclined line here. So you have to reach this point. Now this point is 10 mm above this point and 10 mm on the side from this point. Okay, so from this point we mark 10 mm and then 10 mm. Then we have joined is like this. Okay, and same on the, if you divide this figure into two, it is just a replicate of the figure. So, and at last you will check that you have a line of 6 centimeter or 60 mm. So your figure number 1 will be complete. Okay, remember this line should be made with the pencil HB type. Okay, and this figure should be dimension, like label. All the dimensions should be mentioned in the figure, like this 10 mm, 10, 60, 40, this is 10, this is 15, this is 10, this is 60, this is 10, and this is 15. Okay, all of you should mention these dimensions as well. Just, it is compulsory to label the diagram. Now your figure number 1 is completed. For figure number 2, you can see in this figure that we have multiple circles. Okay, the diameter of each circle is mentioned here. Okay, the diameter of each circle is mentioned here. What is the concept of diameter? Diameter in a circle is a length from the point of center. It is a total length. Okay, it's a diameter, which indicate by D or this symbol. From the center of the point here to here, this distance is known as radius, which is usually indicated by R. Okay, in our course we are using this symbol for dia and R for radius always. So be aware this. Whenever you see this one, it means diameter. When you see R, it means radius. So here you can see all diameters. Okay, so when we have the diameter of 20 mm for this inner circle, it's 20 dia. When it is 20 dia, which means the radius is 10. So just using the compass, open it for the 10 mm or 1 centimeter, just draw a circle. Then open your compass for 40 mm. 40 mm means when dia is 40, I'll just resolve 1. When dia is 40, radius is 20 mm or 2 centimeter. So open your compass for 2 centimeter, put it in the center and draw another circle. What is the diameter of this circle? 40 mm. Then when it is 110, 110 means 55 mm is a radius, equals to 5.5 centimeter. So just open it for the 5.5 centimeter, then make another circle. And the last one is, the last one is 100. It is 100, this one, and this is 110. So just make another circle. So in this way you will make 4 circles. Okay, and from the center point to here, just make an arc by putting, you have a D, by putting D like this, and just make it 30-degree arc. Okay, so this is your figure number 2, which is quite easy. For the figure number 3, The figure number 3 is actually divided into two parts. Okay, this is the final stage of this drawing, but before that there is no dimensions are mentioned in this figure. You can split into A and B. Okay, in this figure B, no dimensions are mentioned, but ultimately you have to make this one. But to understand the dimension of this one, you have to read it carefully. Again, here we use this as a 0 0, okay, as a center of our drawing, because it is spreading in all direction. So we will use as a origin this one. So here you can see that we have two circles. Okay, so the radius of the outer circle is, what is the radius of the outer circle? Is 15 mm, which means 1.5 centimeter, and that is, we can call it R1 or R outer. Okay, the R2 is R inner or inner circle. What is the radius of the inner circle? When the dia is 20, what is the radius? 10 mm, which means 1 centimeter. So we have two circles with the radius 1 centimeter and 1.5 centimeter. So first of all, just draw two circles. Number 1, outer, the radius is 1.5 centimeter. Then the inner one, the radius is 10 millimeter or 1 centimeter. Okay, while making this drawing, be careful, like this is my handmade. So when you are making with the furjar, you have to be careful about that. Try not to make the whole circle, because later you need to rub it, and it will make your drawing dirty. So better not to make it completely. Now from this point of origin, you have to draw these two lines. Okay, you have to draw these two lines. These two lines, what is the length of these two lines? The length of this two line is from here to here is unknown, but from here to here it's 80 mm, which means 8 centimeter. So what I recommend you, from this point, just on the straight line, just determine a point at a distance of 8 centimeter or 80 mm. This is a point, new point. Now this is a center point of all the figure from here to here. Okay, this figure is again on the either side, you can say the offset of this line. Now what is the length of this line? The length of this line is 1 centimeter or 10 mm. So from this line, the one imaginary line, you can say that, don't draw it, but this is an imaginary line just to show you. From this imaginary line, what is the distance of this? Is 5 mm and 5 mm. The total is 5 mm on either side. It is 5 mm on either side. So it is total is, what is the total? 10 mm. Okay, so now if you want to know the length of this line from here to here, just subtract the radius of outer circle. So what is the radius of outer circle? It is 15. So actually this is 65. 15 minus 80 is 65. Okay, now you know, and you have this figure. Now you have to draw this triangle. Okay, for this triangle, what is the height of this triangle? It is 30. And what is the width of this triangle? It's 20. And it is actually identical triangle, like this. So 10 is here, which make it 20, and length is 30. So again, with the center imaginary line, you can make a 10 and 10, and this length is 30. Just draw it and fill this one by using HB, like this. This is part A of figure 3. What about part B? For the part B, the concept is simple. This is an imaginary line. Okay, you have made it. For this one, just make a imaginary line with both direction. And this is again, what is the total angle here? 90 degree. So what it will be? Definitely 45. So when it is 45, just make an imaginary line of 45 here and here. Now how many segments you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. How many segments you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, you can like number vice versa as well. It's up to your choice, but this is my recommendation to make it like this. Once you make it, just 1, 2, 3 and you can make it in this way. So the whole figure will be look like this in the last. There is no need for the dimension here to mention in the drawing, because you already mentioned the drawing dimension here. Okay, so this is our figure number 3. Now shift to figure number 4. In the figure number 4, it's very simple drawing. In this drawing, we have 2 basic rectangles. Okay, in this rectangles, you can see that what is the length and width of the rectangles. Here we have a rectangle of length 170 and 100 is the height. Same concept of the baseline, make it origin, starting point, put your scale here and draw a line of 170 millimeter or 17 centimeter. Okay, and then again make a line of 10 centimeter or 100 millimeter here as well and here as well. First of all, just draw a rectangle. Now in this figure there is a chamfer. Chamfer is a corner here which is on the all 4 sides. Now for the chamfer it is written 20 by 10. So what is that? 20 mm into 10 mm, which is 2 centimeter into 1 centimeter. Okay, in this one, which one is horizontal, which one is vertical? So always write coordinate like x and y. So in this one, this is x and this is y. So x direction is horizontal direction, which is 20, and y direction is vertical direction, which is 10 or 2 centimeter, 1 centimeter. So just determine this point by 1 centimeter and 2 centimeter and join them and remove the previous. Same concept here, here and here. By using the same concept, you can make a 4 chamfers. Okay, now this is a object which contain 2 circles joining by a line. Okay, now this circle definitely it has an origin, the center point. This is the center point of this circle, in which you will just put your foot jar here and open it to the certain length and make a circle. Okay, and then join this line. Okay, now when you make this circle, what is the diameter or radius of the circle? The radius r is 7.5. So what you will do, 7.5 means 0.75 centimeter. So 0.75 centimeter means this is your 1 centimeter. So 0.5 centimeter, 1, 2, 3. Somewhere here, 0.75 is very small. Okay, so somewhere here, 0.75 is here. Or you can see in this scale as well. See, this is 1 centimeter. This is 0.5 and 0.75 is 0.6, 0.7, 0.8 in between this one. So most of the time it is very difficult for the students to achieve exactly 0.75. So it's okay. If it is 0.8 or 0.7, it's okay. But the concept should be clear that how to draw it. Your imagination should be clear that how to draw it. Okay, now open your foot jar for the radius of 7.5 or 0.75. Then draw a circle, not the complete portion, more than semicircle. Now what is the concept actually? This figure is actually in the center. This figure is actually in the center. Okay, if you cut it like this, imaginary line, this figure is in the center. So what is the center of 170? The center of 170 is just 170 by divide by 2. Just do it. 170 divided by 2. It will be 85. 85 from here, the center of this figure, and 100 by 2, 50. 50 from here. First of all, you just determine this point. This point. Don't mark on the drawing. Just determine it. Just put a spot like this. Okay. Now you know the point, which is actually 50 millimeter from here and 85 millimeter from here. After getting this point, you can calculate this point and this point, the origin of these circles. You can calculate. Okay. Now, what is the distance between two circles? Is 30, which means 15 from the center. So it is 15, 15 on both sides. Then put your foot jar here. Draw a line and draw a circle, and here and here. Now this is your imaginary line which we make in the initial. What is the distance from here to here? It's 10 total. So what will be? It will be 5 and 5. So just draw 2 5 lines. In this way you can achieve exactly the figure. Okay. Then at last you have to mention that this is 170, this is 100. What is the radius here? What is the length of this line? What is the distance between the circle? What is the radius? What is the chamfer? Okay, it's labeling, it's mentioned there. So you have to follow the same pattern. This figure is just a replicate of this figure, but the position of this one is different in this figure. So for your convenience, I will make it. It is 170 and this is 100. Okay. Now you have to locate this point, then this point by making a chamfer, and then by using the same concept you have to draw this. Okay. Now first of all, just draw one like this. Now in this figure, the difference only the position of this object, what you call it object A. In this figure, the position of object A is in the center of the figure. But in the figure B, or you can say that 4A, this is figure 4A, this is figure B, 4B. In this figure, the position of this figure or this object is on the 4 different sides. Okay. What is the object? You have to determine this point. Once you determine these points, 4 points, by using the same concept, you can draw these 4 easily. Okay. How to locate this point? What is the distance between here and here? 88 centimeter. What is the total length? 170. So what we will do? 170 minus 80, it will be 90. Okay. 90 divided by 2, it will be 45 mm, which is 4.5 centimeter, just for your convenience. Okay. Now if it is 80 and this is total 170, so it will be 45 and 45. Clear? If you add 45, 80 and 45, I'll do it. See, if you did 80 plus 45 plus 45, it will be 170. Okay. So the concept is very easy. 45, 45 on either sides. But what about this? This is also very simple. Total is here. Total is 100 minus 40 is equal to 60 divided by 2 will be 30. So 30 from here and 45 from here, it will be the point on all four sides. Just draw this object here. Your figure 4b will be completed. Okay. Now figure number 5. In the figure number 5, we have same figure A, B and C. The only difference is the rotation of angle. Here we have it on a 90 degree. Here we have it on a 60 degree and here we have it for a 45 degree. Okay. In the figure number 5A, I'll explain only A, then the B and C will be similar. Okay. Starting from the base point here, consider the point here and just draw a circle. This circle, what is the diameter of the circle? It's 30. Then what will be the radius? It will be 15. When the radius is 15, just draw a circle. Okay. Just create an imaginary line here. By using the concept of same offset here, the same concept which we used earlier, we can make the line. What is the length here? 10. What is the length here? All 20, and divide by 2, it will be 10 and 10. So the length of, you can see here 2 circles, 1 and 2. Just for your convenience, you can do one thing. Starting this figure not in this way, the easiest way to make this drawing is, first of all, draw an imaginary line. Okay. Note this point and draw a radius of 15 centimeter. Okay, 15 millimeter. Then determine this point and draw a radius of 15 centimeter here as well. And what is the distance between these 2 points? It's 130 mm or 13 centimeter. So the distance between these 2 points is 13 centimeter or 130 mm. Now your life is easier. Just you have to draw this and join them. Okay. Now to make this one, this is a semicircle. Here you can see that the radius of this circle is 20 and this is just a semicircle, the half circle. Okay. And then join it by a line. And the length of the line is 30. Here you can see that the length of the line is 30. So first of all, just put your foot jar here, draw a semicircle of radius 20 and then draw 2 lines of 30. Okay. And then join it. So what is the length from here to here? The same length of diameter of this circle. What is the diameter of this circle? Is 20. Radius is 20. So diameter is 40. So the length of this line is 40. Okay. Now you have to make this radius. Okay. This radius is this circle. What is the radius of this circle? 20. Just draw a circle 20. Now you have to join this circle to this circle. This part to this part. How you can draw? You can draw by means of a line. What is the length of the line? It doesn't matter because you have already mentioned this thing. What is the width of the line is matter. Now 20 is the overall width of this object here to here. So it will be 10 and 10 on either side. So just mark 10 and 10. And later you will rub this circle. Okay. Now the only thing left is we cannot make it a straight. There is a chamfer here. Okay, like this. Okay, it is like this. So what is the radius of this one? Is 10. So this is very simple. This 10 can be achieved from this point. you just note down the point here 10, and from here it's 10. So it is a center point of an arc. So just put your foot jar here and create an arc. Then on the other side, same. In this way, you can make A, B, C by making a, this is figure A completed, label it accordingly. Then figure B, create an imaginary line at a rotation of 60 degree and create an imaginary line at a rotation of 45 degree. Then your figure will be completed. In the figure number 6, this is figure number 6. In the figure number 6, we have our object with the vertical dimension of 280 and our horizontal dimension is 280 and vertical is, we have to calculate, this is 30, this is 40. So this is also 40 and 30. So total will be 30 plus 30 plus 40 plus 40. It will be 140. Okay, 140 mm or 14 centimeter. So basically our rectangle length is 140 and 280. Okay, just draw a rectangle box. Here we have an arc on either sides. What is the radius of this arc? What is the radius of this arc? It is 20. The radius of this arc is 20. Okay, now you have to draw this arc. When the radius of this arc is 20, where is the center of this arc? Somewhere here. Okay, so to determine the center, you have to draw 2 centimeter, then 2 centimeter, from here and here 2 centimeter. Determine this point and just put this arc by opening a foot jar like this. Same concept here, here and here. Once you draw this, your life is easy. Now we have to draw this figure. Okay, first of all you have to create imaginary lines here, here, here. Okay, now what is the distance of this imaginary line? It is in the center of this body, this line. So this is total is 140. So on the 70 you have to draw an imaginary line. Okay, here you can see that what is the distance of imaginary line from here to here. Total is 180, sorry, total is 280. Okay, 280 minus 180, it will be 100, divide by 2, it will be 50. So what is the distance here? 50 and 50. Okay, now you have to draw another imaginary line at a distance of 50 on either side. This is 50 and this is 180 and this is 50. Now you have the baseline of the feature. Now create another imaginary line here at a distance of 30. Okay, for this object, in this object you can see it contains 1, 2, 3, 4 semicircles and 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. It's very simple figure. What is the radius of this circle? 20. So when the radius is 20, so from here to here the distance is 20. From here to here the distance is 20. Total is 40. So just put your foot jar here, keep it open for 20 and make a circle. Okay, now what is the distance from here to here? It is 40. And what is the radius of this? 20. What is the radius of this? 20. So make this semicircles here as well. Okay, what is the distance from here to here? See, just logically see, what is this distance? It is same 20, and this is also 20. So just put here line point and make a circle, and here use the same concept. When it complete, just join this line by means of a straight line. You will achieve this. This object consider is x and consider this is y. It's x. It's x1 and x2. So x1 and x2 are same. So you can make this object here by using the same concept. For this object, what is this distance? 30. This figure is actually a combination of two semicircle joining by line. Okay, so what is the distance between two centers of the circle? It's 30. And what is the radius of the circle? It's 15. So just open your furjar, just determine this point, open your furjar for 15, draw a circle, and join them by means of line. 30 and it would be 15. So this is your figure number 6. It's a bit tricky, but by using the same concept which we use in the previous figures, you can determine the point of origin for the figure and for the circle, and then how to join it. You can do it easily. So this is the end of the figure. Wish you best of luck. Assalamu alaikum.